Secret Tribe. Welcome back to yet another video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Monica Simone. I am super excited to be bringing y'all yet another video. So we're coming every Saturday with new videos. We're gonna go ahead and get started with today's video. As y'all can see, we have the mat out. The mat has come out to play, which means we are doing a little yoga today, and it is going to be yoga anytime. So this is a yoga practice, a yoga sequence that I'm going to take you to that you can literally do any time of the day. When you rise, in the middle of the day, when you just need to get a little movement in, or at the end of the day to decompress, de-stress, and let go of your day. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Start off standing on our mats. Be sure to make sure you find a comfortable, quiet place. Preferably if you have a wall near you, that'll be great, because at the end we're going to do legs up the wall. So if you want to pause this video and get you situated, I probably should have said that in the beginning, in the intro, but if you want to pause this video and kind of get yourself situated into a quiet space where you can't be interrupted for the next 15 to 20 minutes, and again you have access to a wall that you can kind of put your legs up to end our practice here today with one another. So you can pause here if you need to do that. I'm going to continue to go. So we're going to start off in a standing position here. We're going to have our feet, rather than hip width apart like we do in mountain pose, we're going to bring our feet very close together. So they're kissing one another, they're touching. We're going to tuck the tailbone, the hips. Move forward as the tailbone tucks, or the pelvis. And we're going to go ahead and roll the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. Press out of the fingertips here. Gently close the eyes if you have not already, or look down at the ground or at your mat. I want you to gently tuck the chin by bringing it closer to the chest, and press out of the crown here. I want you to just start to notice your body, the swaying very naturally that is coming. Notice the roots of your feet connected to the ground. Start to notice your breath. Every inhale and exhale. Notice any sounds in your environment, whether it be in your home or even outside. You might hear the rain or the wind, or people talking. You're not judging anything in this moment. You are simply the observer of it, the watcher. Again, today's practice is a yoga sequence that can be done anywhere, anytime. So no matter where you are in this moment, I want you to take a nice deep breath. Inhale, expanding the lungs, filling the belly, expand like a balloon. And exhaling out of your nose or your mouth, whatever feels comfortable for you in this moment. And again, inhale, fill the lungs, go to your capacity, your edge. And exhale out of your nose or your mouth. And one last time here, inhaling. And as you exhale, I want you to release all the air out of your lungs. Exhale for as long as you can. Tighten in the belly, fill in the belly button, kiss the spine. And then return the breath back to you. Notice for one more moment your body, your breath. We're going to go ahead and start here now after our little small centering that we just did. We're going to turn the palms away. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky, reaching as if we were tracing the sun, and reaching so that the fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Slightly tuck the chin here. We're going to go ahead and open either our left or right foot out a little wider, so about hip width apart. We're gonna take a big inhale, and then we're gonna go ahead and exhale, forward fold here. You can have a slight bend in the knees if it feels right to you. And then go ahead and inhale, flat back here like a table. We're gonna go ahead and place our hands on our shin. And we're gonna have a flat back. Shoulders should be away from the ears, allowing the back to be nice and strong here. Take a big inhale. And then exhale again, forward fold, slight bend in the knees if needed. Chest and belly comes towards the thigh. So one more time. Inhale, flat back here. Beautiful job. Staying here for a moment. Breathing. And then we're gonna go ahead, turn the palms away. Inhale up again like we were tracing the sun. Fingertips pointing up towards the sky. Coming up straight. And exhale, turning the palms away and hands going down by your side here. Very nice. Now you can continue to keep your eyes closed if it feels right in your body. I know for me, for yoga, it's very important. Or you can go ahead and open your eyes for the remainder of the practice just to be with me, to see my body if you need to. So do what works best for you, your body, and your practice. So before we get started, which we've already kind of had, we're just gonna do some swinging twists here. So we're gonna take our upper body. You can even move your lower body as well. And just twist your body here. Twisting, warming up the spine. Letting the hands be very free and very loose here, so there's no need to control the hands. We're not looking for the hands to be stiff like this. We want the hands to very much so be free flowing as we do this. Very nice job. And we're gonna go ahead in 3, 2, start to slow it down. 1, come back to center here. Slowly bringing yourself back. Inhale, bring the palms away. Inhaling one more time. And exhale, forward fold here. Coming down to your mat. Palms or fingertips on the mat. Legs can be slightly bent. We're going to walk our hands up just slightly in front of our feet here. We're going to go ahead and step back with our left foot. Okay? And step slightly forward with our right. We're gonna come down, knee over ankle. So our right knee should be over our ankle. Our left knee should be behind our hips slightly. Find your edge. It might be a little bit behind the hips for you. It might be a medium behind the hips for you, or it might be deeply behind the hips for you. This is all about honoring your body. Y'all hear me say that anytime we do yoga on my channel. Honor where you are. That's a part of the journey. Growth happens from meeting yourself right where you are and practicing in that space and expanding and growing from there, no matter what we're talking about. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure the hips are square towards the front of the mat here. Again, right knee over ankle. We're gonna inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky here, and we have a low lunge. Taking a nice deep breath, take a big inhale. And then exhale, bring the prayer hands together over the crown and bring them down to heart center here. Pressing deeply into that right foot so that you feel nice and strong here. Now we're gonna add a nice little twist here. I'm gonna rotate my body so you can see what I'm doing. Same knees over ankle, I just turned my sides here. So we're in prayer. We're gonna take a big inhale. And then we're gonna exhale, twisting our upper body towards the right side, doing a nice little twist here. Breathe. If you need to, drop that elbow down towards the thigh as a means of support. If you feel like this is too much on your hips, bring your knee forward some. Okay, as long as your left knee is behind that hip slightly, that's all that matters. Give me one more nice big inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale again. And exhale, twisting the body back towards center, releasing the hands down, framing that right foot with your hands here. We're gonna take a big inhale. And then as we exhale, now we're gonna sit the hips back. Our hips should be directly over. Our hips should be directly in alignment with our hips, if that makes sense. So your hips should be over, like right in direct alignment. Your hips shouldn't be behind your knees. Your hips shouldn't be ahead of your knees. Your hips should be in alignment with your body and your knees. We're gonna straighten out that right leg for runner stretch, and you're gonna point the toes towards the front of the mat here. Forward fold towards the sky. and you should start to feel that. Now, what I don't want you to do here is drop your head. Keep your head straight and strong. Breathing here. And then go ahead and flex the toes now towards the shin. And this way you're going to get a nice stretch as well in the calf muscles. Breathing here. And inhale, bringing that right knee right back over ankle here. We're going to go ahead and bring the inner part of our right hand onto the inner part of our right foot. We're going to kind of heel toe it around and swing it forward. Very nice job. Bringing our feet wide here, our knees wide, toes to touch. Sit the hips back, child's pose just for a second here. Breathing, forehead comes to touch. Taking some deep breaths here. One more breath here, big inhale. And exhale it out. Beautiful job. Go ahead and inhale, come back up to tabletop position again. We're gonna curl the toes under. Remember, tabletop is wrists directly underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath hips. We're gonna curl the toes under, lift up the knees, tailbone goes up towards the sky, downward facing dog here just for a moment. Press your chest towards your thighs, press into those hands here. You can have a slight bend in the knees if that's necessary for you. Again, honoring where you are. We're gonna go ahead here, take a big inhale. And exhale, start to walk the feet towards the hand, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna go ahead and place our hands again down towards our mat. We're gonna step back this time with our right foot and step slightly forward with our left. I'm gonna switch sides again, so we're here, step slightly forward with our left now, left knee over ankle. Drop that right knee down towards the mat, tops of the foot. Right foot comes to the mat again. Right knee somewhere behind your right hip, okay? Keeping the hips squared towards the front of the mat here. We're gonna go ahead and inhale, reaching up. And I'm actually gonna switch sides so you can kind of see this posture from this side, because you've already seen the twist, right? So we're gonna inhale, reach the hands up here, reach out the fingertips. Take a big inhale. And exhale, prayer hands, and then bring them down to heart center here. Beautiful, pressing into that left foot so you have a really strong posture here. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, twisting the upper body towards the left side this time. Again, if you need to, drop that right elbow down to that left thigh to give you a little bit more support. Breathe here. Your breath creates space. Your breath creates space. Your breath creates strength. Your breath creates strength. Take a big inhale. Exhale it out. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, guide your body back towards center with prayer hands. We're gonna go ahead, take a big inhale. And we're gonna exhale, forward fold here towards our left thigh. Place our hands down, framing that left foot. We're gonna sit our hips back, straightening out that left leg. Now again, we wanna make sure this is a nice alignment. Boom, you see that? My hip directly over my knee. So now, in order for me to get this leg fully straight, I'm just gonna walk it forward a little bit. By using my heel and my toe, walk my feet, walk my hands back. Inhale up here. And then we can go ahead and exhale, forward fold, down towards the thighs. Feet can be flexed towards the front of the mat here, breathing. Try not to let your body lean to one side. Keep your hips very centered here. Towards the front of your mat, taking a couple deep breaths. You should feel that stretch going down your hamstrings here. One more nice big breath. Go ahead and now flex the toes towards the shin. Okay, that way you're going to get a deeper stretch, not just in the hamstring, but it should already also travel down to your calf muscles. Taking a couple of deep breaths here again. Beautiful. One more breath here. Inhale, bringing that left knee back over ankle here, walking the hands back. Inhale, reaching them up one last time. And exhale, allowing them to fall by your side here. We're going to go ahead and bring our left hand onto the inner part of our left foot. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Bring it around. Bring both of your toes together, so big toes kiss. Knees go wide. Take a big inhale. And exhale, sit the hips back. Bring the body down towards the mat here. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Forehead to meet, or you can stack the hands, stack the fist, and bring your forehead to meet there. It's going for a couple of breaths here. And we're going to take one more big inhale. And exhale it out at your own pace here. We're going to take our hands, bring them back out into about a tabletop position. Coming up into tabletop. And here what we're going to do is just do a little bit of extra stretching here. So we're going to turn our wrists so that our wrists are facing the front part of our mat. And our fingertips are now facing our body. And I just want you to slightly start to sit your hips back. You should feel a nice stretch in your wrist, traveling up your forearm. And just rock side to side here for a little bit. You can even do micro circles if it feels right for you. Just stretching out our wrist, giving our wrist a little love. And continuing that breathing. Inhale, expand the lungs. Exhale, contracting. We do so much with our hands throughout the day and with our wrists and with our arms that it's really important that we stretch these areas of our body. So just get rid of buildup in the tissues that can create stiffness in our body. One more breath here, taking an inhale. And then exhaling it out. We're going to go ahead now, coming back to neutral in our body. So we want to make sure our wrists are back to the neutral position. And then we're going to turn our fingertips back around towards the proper way. We're going to now curl our toes under this time. Sit our hips back towards the heels of our feet and stretch out the soles of our feet. You can rock from side to side in your body. You can go forward and backwards and kind of pounce a little bit on your heels. And what this is going to do is stretch out the soles of your feet. Again, another part of our body that we use often, all the time, putting pressure on. It supports us, and we need to ensure that we're stretching these parts of our body. Couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, coming right back up into tabletop position. Take the soles of your feet or the tops of your feet, put them into your mat here. Remember making sure your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly underneath your hips. We're just gonna do some cat-cows here. Lift the chest, lift the chest, drop the belly, and lift the tailbone here. We have cow pose. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. And here we have cat. I want you to keep your nose pointed down at your mat. So when you tuck your chin, your head doesn't need to follow. You're just chucking your chin to help round the spine, but your head doesn't need to follow that. Inhale again, cow, lift the tailbone, drop the belly forward. The shoulder blades are gonna come towards each other. And as you exhale, tucking the tailbone, tuck the chin around the spine. Shoulder blades are gonna separate from each other. A couple more times here at your own pace, going cat-cow or cow-cat in this position we're doing. Remember, we're inhaling into cow and we're exhaling into cat. And I invite any free movement as you're in either one of these. If your hips want to sway, if you want to create a circle to go back into cow or to go into cat, feel free. If you want to rock back and forth in cat pose, to do whatever your body needs and listen to that. One last time, no matter where you are, one last cow, one last cat. And then we're gonna go ahead, come right back to a tabletop position here. We're gonna sit our hips back here. We're gonna swing our feet around, and we're gonna come right down onto our backs. Now, when we come onto our backs here, what we're gonna do is actually bring our legs up the wall, okay? So we're gonna bring our legs up the wall, and this is gonna close out our very quick yoga flow for today. We're gonna bring our sit bones close to the wall. So you wanna bring your sit bones as close to the wall as you can. Your legs are extended long here. We're gonna go ahead and extend the arms out. Now, one thing I wanna do is just give us a light opportunity to twist here. So we're going to go ahead and take a big inhale. I want you to bend your left knee towards your chest here. And then I just want you to kind of cross your leg over. So as it's bent, I want you to cross that leg, that left leg as it's bent over your right here. And I want you to just bring your arms to a T position. And I want you to look towards your left side. This is a very gentle twist on the body. Breathing here. The left hip is slightly off of the mat and off of the ground because it's creating a light twist. And your head being in the same direction, but the opposite direction of your leg, it allows for a gentle twist. One big inhale here. And exhale it out. Come right back to center here. We're gonna do the same thing. Take a big inhale. Exhale, start to bend that right knee towards your chest and then step it over the left leg. Continue to stay bent here. We're gonna take a big inhale. And then exhale, looking towards the right side, arms in the T position. Breathing. Again, this should be very gentle on the body. One more breath here. And inhale. And exhale, back to center. Release that right leg. Bring it back straight up. Legs up the wall here. Arms can stay in T position, or you can bring your arms to your tummy. Whatever feels right for you here. And we're just gonna rest and legs up the wall. Close the eyes. Allow the blood to start to flow in the opposing direction in your body. This is such a great way to create relaxation, to tap into your parasympathetic nervous system that is responsible for rest and digest, to actually rest the legs, to bring blood flow to the limbs. And I just want you to close your eyes and just rest here for a moment. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, but here and now, in this moment. Notice any sensations that you feel in your body. here, I want you to take a nice big inhale, fill the lungs, and exhale out of your nose or your mouth when you're ready. And one more time, here, take a big inhale, and exhale out of your nose or your mouth. We're gonna go ahead and slowly, very mindfully, very consciously, just start to walk our legs towards the left or right side, whichever feels right for you, like a clock. So like your legs were hands on the clock, and you're just kind of turning your body here, allowing your other, so whatever side you go to, let the opposing side start to also rock towards that side, so you can start to come onto your side fully. We're gonna use that top hand, whatever hand that is, and press into the ground here, bringing you up into a seated position, coming right back into easy pose or whatever pose you would like to begin to finish our practice today. We're gonna go ahead and turn the palms away, reach the hands up towards the sky one last time. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, palms together, bringing the hands down to heart center here. And this is where our practice ends. So here is where we just simply bow and say namaste. The divine enlightened me honors and acknowledges the divine enlightened in each and every one. So I hope that you enjoyed today's little 20-minute yoga flow. I hope that this is something, again, that you can do anytime. It's yoga anytime. So any time of the day that you need to access just connection to your mind, connection to your body, slow down, release anything that isn't serving you. This is a great flow. It is easy, it is simple, and it meets you right where you are. So I hope that you really enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and of course, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all in our next video.